Welcome to Graya Overload. I'm Anthony, and Mozilla has updated Firefox to Firefox Quantum, which is an impressive update to the Firefox browser. Firefox Quantum is a very impressive browser. I don't know how many of you out there have already tried it, but I would encourage you to go do so. Here, Firefox is one of the browsers I always have installed on my systems, and I've had a lot of success with it. I've been very impressed. Off the bat, you are going to notice speed, and it is a lot faster than the old Firefox. Very snappy. I believe it's one of the fastest. It competes with Chrome and the speed tests that they're showing, and it just seems all responsive. I'm very impressed with it. I've really enjoyed using it since it's been released earlier this month. But then jumping into the UI, you're also going to notice that it's a little bit updated if it's been a while since you've used Firefox, because what they're calling it is the Photon UI is their code name for it. But they were trying to modernize the whole UI, and so their goal was to unify everything Firefox. So they unified basically across all devices, from the phone, Android or iOS, all the way up to Mac, Linux, Windows. All those OSs have all been unified, and they do a really great job with it. I haven't noticed really much. It all seems the same on whatever device. I've liked it. I like how fast it is, though. The speed of the whole UI is super fast. I really like that, and because I'm in the browser a lot, and when I'm there, I like to get work done. I don't like to be sitting and waiting for stuff. And so their research team, a little bit background on this, had really studied how people browse the web and tried to innovate that. And they made sure that Firefox was looking and feeling so that depending on what devices you were using, it properly scales, and that as devices as like a 4K screen, 3:2 resolution on the surface, phone size, everything kind of looks and acts the same, which has been a great benefit to it as well. The Pocket integration is really kind of cool. If you use Pocket, definitely take a look at that. That's another thing Mozilla has or rights to or owns, and they integrated that well with Firefox. I don't use that, but from what I've heard, is really good. I should probably take a better look at it. Might be something that I like as well. Drag and drop the toolbar. I will not say the number of options you can do to the toolbar, but it's very customizable. Now you can drag and drop stuff in where you want it. So if you are somebody that likes it very particular, take a look at that. That's great for you. The search engine is also updated, so it's no longer defaulted to Yahoo, it's defaulted to Google, so you get that benefit as well. But as you type into like the address bar or the search bar, it'll give you a whole bunch of options that then you can select. And I think that's a great benefit. They tout that they have a whole bunch of search options, and they're more than any other browser. And they might have, there's so many browsers out there, it's hard to keep track of, but with the major ones, they certainly do. Performance wise, I touched it a little bit on speed because that's the most important thing that I saw from this, but a little bit more about performance is that they've done a lot of performance improvements to make the browser that ships with their core CSS style just better. So there's a lot of enhancements in that area to that little CSS and the browser's core that's now updated for newer hardware and how different things act. I think the Firefox was released like over 10 years ago. 2004 was maybe the first release, if I recall correctly. So it's been a while. So if any legacy stuff can be a long time, but the enhancements so far I've been very impressed with. You can do, it's optimized for multiple cores and lower power consumption. So that's a great benefit. I haven't tested the power consumption at all. I should maybe do that a little bit more to see how well that runs, maybe compared to Edge. But I'm going to take their word for it right now with everything, with the other improvements I see, I'll take it, right? I like the speed a lot. The tab you're on gets prioritized over other tabs. And I don't know if you're a multiple tab user. I am notorious to having maybe 20, 30, 40, sometimes 100 tabs open at a time. So when I'm clicking around, having that tab that I'm on be the first one that loads is huge. And then so I can switch from there. But especially if you close it and you have all those tabs open again, like I do, I save a lot of my tabs all the time. So it's nice to have that one load right away. I see a huge benefit in that, especially after I restart, want all my tabs back. that's a nice benefit that's in Firefox as well. Um, and then they say it uses less memory on the computer. Now, it still seems to use quite a bit of memory, from what I've seen, but I don't know. I didn't keep track of what it was before to notice the difference. Now they were comparing it to Chrome, and they say it uses less memory than Chrome. Chrome's notorious for using RAM too, so that you're comparing somebody that everyone knows uses quite a bit of RAM to now Firefox, which isn't supposed to use as much, but overall it uses a little bit of RAM here. So same with Edge, right? They're all using RAM, so saying I use less is not really saying much. But the experience on like the whole browsing experience when you're in it, you're gonna be impressed. I've used this on machines with like 8 gigs of RAM. I've done 4 gigs, and it's just been impressive all the way through. I've also used it on a system with 32 gigs where RAM isn't an issue at all. But I've been on how smooth it is with how many tabs are open. I've been really impressed with it. Privacy, Firefox also post a little bit about privacy. I'll make sure to post a blog post and a link to the Project Quantum as well in the description below. But they were touting privacy browsing. They've had that for a while, but now I guess it's improved. They're tracking protection and also faster page loading by blocking some of the ads and scripts that bog down pages. And they say the pages load up to 44% faster with that as well. So Firefox is really trying to prove it. They have a great history of trying to promote and have that privacy aspect of it as well. So there's that to go along with it as well. Some of the interesting tools though that are now built into the browser is screenshots. You can now take screenshots. They have a little screenshot area that you can go and click on things and take screenshots right there in the browser. Like I said, Pocket's integrated. They have gaming and VR, so you have WASM and WebVR all built into the browser. A library where all your stuff is, where your Pocket stuff, where your screenshots are, etc. One great thing that I really appreciate about the Firefox browser, I don't know how many other people use this feature, but with multiple machines, the syncing is just awesome. So one of the reasons why I do is it syncs to the phone, syncs to all my devices, syncs to, like, I have Firefox on other computers, outside of here, and when I log into those with my local account, I can just then go in and have everything synced across without having to try to port stuff back and forth depending upon what location I am at as well. If I'm at work, I have my Firefox there, so I can get some of the stuff that I keep, here and go back and forth. So, if I'm researching something back and forth, which is really great, makes it a lot easier for me. But I want to jump into some fun facts here before I close out this video, is that how many authors committed the code, and these are some of the things that Firefox is saying, is that more than 700 authors contributed to code to Firefox since August 6th release. How many volunteers contributed to the code of development, and there were 80 contributors all from over the world, with nearly every time zone represented for the round the clock. So that's really cool too. So there's a lot of people that put effort into Firefox. Thank you very much for doing that as well. I appreciate it. And then I'm going to let you read this last one, and this is in their blog post about introduction to Firefox Quantum, is how many customization of the toolbar are in the new phone, right? How many times can you customize it, or how many different ways can you customize it, I guess is a better answer. And there is a number that I have no idea how to say it. It's way too long for me to even kind of make something out of it, but there's a lot of ways to customize it, so have fun. It seems like you could customize it for the rest of your life if you really wanted to, but I would actually would kind of encourage you to go take a look at it, see what you like about it, and let me know if there's something that you'd like to see in there. I know there's some little nagging things in all the browsers I use. It's something I like to be adjusted here, but let me know what they are. Put in the comments below. Let Firefox know. They're always listening as well, and I'm excited to see how browsers now improve, with even Firefox getting back into the game and improving theirs as well. So let me know what you think about the new browser. Try it out, and let's see how it improves from there. So with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Graya Overload and helping this channel grow. I really appreciate it, and all the support that you give this channel. And don't forget to subscribe and press like. And until next time, Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching Graya Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe.